back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Miller outside from deep. Charlotte again missing. Got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Booker, pass to Towns. Hits the trifecta. Towns has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Hero outside. On the wing, Davis. Outside Monk. Pass to Hero. Outside Booker. From outside the arc. Oh! Booker with the triple.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller. Miller's got his second basket on the night.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Hero outside. Outside Monk. Fires the three. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. Pass to Smith. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
If Smith plays bigger than his size, he's got great bounce, and it helps him make plays there on the inside.
And the visitors all time here.
Get loud, fans. On the court is your hot squad. The loudest and craziest fans get a free t-shirt. Let's hear it, fans.
For the Hornets, Williams is checked in for Bridges. Okogie comes in for Smith, and it's Ball in for Mann. .146 left in the second quarter. And it's Monk off the drive. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Ball outside. Jacks up a three. Oh, cashes one in from distance.
Fearless from beyond the arc. LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Monk. Outside Davis. Five on the clock. Down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Ball, and they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. And he's going for the, a huge finish. AD, my goodness.
That's a perfect lob leading to a spectacular dunk from Davis there. Threw it up on time, on target.
Outside, Williams. Here's Okogie, yet to see a basket. Here's Miller. And Charlotte, another three.
That first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Give him 8 points now. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points. It's not going to go for him. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Up 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man, just like you.
Yeah, you can't. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
You take a look at the visitors. They don't get the.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Davis out there with Washington. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, you've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks.
He gets really smooth sometimes. Gilgeous-Alexander has some size, and he challenged the defense with it that time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has so many of the qualities that you want in a leader. He fights, he's energetic, he's a team-first guy. He just looks for ways to get his guys fired up.
Pass to Miller. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Miller's got 9 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Towns finds Washington. There's Davis with the 3. Miller pulls it in. Hornets trail by 3. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Greg?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Towns. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Okogie. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Very active inside. Okogie making things happen.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws here for the night. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, here's some qualities about Okogie. He plays a loose, fearless, attacking brand of basketball, and his teammates really feed off that energy.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Pass to Davis. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Pounded by Ball. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Okogie's shot is off.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Towns for 3, knocks down the triple. Towns has got 6.
There you go, finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Man, he's checked in for Charlotte. And taking a look at last year's stats. Here were the players that led the way in terms of steals. LaMelo Ball, 3rd.
Last year, he was really opportunistic defensively, creating havoc.
Bridges passes to Williams. Outside band. Bridges outside. Williams a screen on Davis. 3-pointer, Bridges. Towns with a rebound.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Towns a screen on Ball. The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for 2, Miles Bridges.
First one falls. Booker, he's checked in for Monk. Bridges hits them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Booker. What balance from Booker.
Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact.
Bridges finds Ball. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Charlotte again missing.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Greg.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Pass to Ball. Miller outside. Back to Williams. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Williams has got his second bucket on the night. Outside Booker. Washington with the ball. Outside Davis. Nice D from Bridges.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
To the middle. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 12 points for him. Pass to Washington. And here's Davis. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Davis has got 3 assists in the game.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
And here's Ball. Give him 8 points now. Williams a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence minutes at the arc.
Both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Smith out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Williams. And it's Bridges in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. To take the lead. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Charlotte.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And they've also done a great job of just taking what the defense is giving them. Teams willing to give up a mid-range, take them, knock them down. They've done it.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's a 4-point Hornet lead.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Pass to Monk. Fires from deep. The rebound by Mann.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And he drops it first.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
And Charlotte making a change here. Miller's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. And the visitors call time here.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the tide?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what the head coach for the Wildcats said to the team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Smith. Takes the 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Booker. Oh, Booker in close.
I'll tell you, Booker just so slick in there.
The Hornets have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Pass to Bridges. And Booker pulls it down. Gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. It's a 1-point game. A nice shot by Smith.
Tough make by Smith inside. He had to work around their physicality.
And the visitors call time here. Some changes for Charlotte. Williams is checked in for Nurkic. Okogie comes in for Smith. And LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Mann. Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. Towns on a screen. Here's Monk. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And Monk is one of those guys off the bench, an energizer, someone that can provide a scoring punch to your offense.
So he gets them both.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Ball.
2 minutes.
Williams, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball no good. Gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Washington with the ball. He's picked up by Miller. Washington passes to Monk. Back to Washington. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It counts! And the foul! That went on Ball.
And SGA is used to bearing these kind of big-time shots. Just an outstanding leader for this team.
At the line for the Wildcats, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. One shot.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the N1.
Charlotte's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter here. Williams a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The three from Ball. Towns with a rebound. Gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
Say it with me now. SGA. Get it done.
Hornets trail by 4. Shot to stop the run. Oh, no good. Got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA quickly becoming the guy you want with the ball in his hands down the stretch.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. Here's Okogie. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for the Wildcats, P.J. Washington. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. 40 seconds left in the final quarter. Ball outside. To the inside. Williams passes to Miller.
Boy, LaMelo has all the tools. I mean, a deep bag.
Foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Hornets, LaMelo Ball. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
You gotta respect the enthusiasm LaMelo Ball brings to his game. He thrives out here under the bright lights with all eyes on him.
And so Ball nails both of them. 26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And so they foul intentionally.
Fourth team foul. At the line for the Wildcats, Malik Monk. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missed them both. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Pass to Williams. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. From downtown, Bridges misses. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Charlotte calls timeout.
off.
8 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
Gets the 3 ball to go. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Mark Williams. Second personal foul. Team
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
Shea Gilgeous.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
All right, the Cats are 1-0. Trailed by 6 there in the fourth quarter. I'm sorry, we're not going to hear this interview with Karl Anthony Towns. Actually, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander needs to be the guy they're talking to. He took over there in the fourth quarter. The Cats trailed by 6, and Shea, I think, went on his own 7-8-0 run. So there you go. 1-0. Real quick, we'll check out the box score there. We don't care about. There you go. Shea Alexander, 26 points. Devin Booker, 10. How did we shoot from 3? It didn't seem like we were doing very, very good. Still, good start. Reed Shepherd didn't get into the game. Either did Rob. Reed and Rob. They're used to coming off the bench, so maybe there'll be some mop-up minutes for them, or cross your fingers, hope for no injuries. I did not turn the injuries off, so. But they're pretty. It's a pretty deep roster. If you're just now checking in, we didn't even have all the spaces for all the Kentucky players because there's just too many of them. But De'Aaron Fox, what a waste. He's just on the bench coming up. Maxey, I don't even know if we saw Maxey very much. But go to the next game. I think they're playing the Cavaliers next. So we'll get that game set up. At some point, maybe we'll come on here. We'll get a few of the other KSR guys on here, and we will do some live commentary for fun. Just trying to fill this gap. It's a weird Saturday. It's like the first Saturday there's no sports on. At least last week you had the NBA Finals to look forward to. You had College Baseball World Series, and I'm just not ready just to go all in on Cubs baseball just yet, or Reds, or whatever team you're pulling for. So here you go. Here's game 2 of this, what will be, I think, a 29-game schedule, and then they will have maybe the NBA Cup. I think the NBA Cup is part of this, and then the playoffs after that. So this is the first game that will be at Rupp Arena. It's going to be cool. I can't wait to see what it looks like. All right. And we'll see if Kentucky can go 2-0. I mean, is 40-0 possible? We'll see. Maybe they should be platooning. I forget which gamer tag I took this from, but I'm interested to see. There you go. Let's just skip all this. I mean, the thing about 2K is their presentation's great, but at a certain point it's repetitive and I don't care about it. So just let us get to the game. I mean, it looks great. The game looks great, but I'm hitting the buttons to start the game and it just won't happen. Okay. Zach Gagan, big Cleveland Cavaliers fan. I'm gonna tag him on this in KS Board. Davis getting us started with the 3. Anthony Davis being allowed to shoot 3s inside of Rupp Arena. That's a neat thing to see. There you go. I gotta fix that record up there too. You go 1-0. I like the way the person designed this court. You got the state of Kentucky outline on there. That looks cool. The Herald leader getting a shout out here. All right. Look at Shea. So really, we're gonna see if this all Kentucky team can potentially win the NBA Finals. Again, this is gonna be a 29. What the hell is that? This is gonna be a 29 game regular season. We'll do like a few games today. We'll do just a few games throughout the summer, just whenever we get time. Oh, what a look! What a pass! Was that a no look over the shoulder? Whoever designed these jerseys, though, they do look slick. I like. Oh, KSR. There we go. Oh, we got a KSR ad on here. I don't think we pay for ad space inside of Rupp Arena, but in 2K, we do. In the 2K universe, we are. I'm going to send this over to the broadcast guys inside of 2K so they don't have to just hear me just rambling. And we'll see if the Cats can improve to 2-0 and be one step closer. What would it be? 29 plus 28 would be, does anybody know that 57? I'm looking at my fiance. 57? Is that right? We're going to guess 57. So let's see if the Cats, oh, what am I even talking about? I'm an idiot. No. 4 times 4 is 16. So 28 plus 16, what's that? 44. 44. We're going to see if Kentucky can go 44-0 with this group. So I'll send it over to the broadcast team now, and I'll come back after this game is over with. Or maybe if it's like really close, maybe I'll come on here and talk about it. I wish I can get Zach Gagan on here because I want to know who he'd pull for, an all-Kentucky team or his Cleveland Cavaliers.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Allen.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Hunter kicks to Garland. 1:36 left in the first.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Garland against Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And he jams it right over Jared Allen. Wow!
The size and speed of Towns, a natural-born highlight reel.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
And now, your dance team.
So for the Wildcats, Tyler Hero. He's checked in for P.J. Washington. Booker comes in for Monk. And Maxey subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Wade, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Okoro comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Max Strus is checked in for Javonte Green. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Hero, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The wide open shot from Strus. Good on the triple.
Max Strus so comfortable with his range shooting.
Clock management, this is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And 2 teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
Now here's Mobley. No scoring in this one. Pass to Strus. Mobley, a screen on Booker. Strus passes to Mobley. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Oh, big time!
It's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
So it's a tie game as we end the first. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
How about Devin Booker there to close out the quarter? A deep three to tie the game. That's fun. We got a buzzer beater, not to end the game, of course. Yeah, I love it. People in the comments. Love it. Let's switch this camera up back to the broadcast. I don't know why it's like you have to do it like that to get it to work. There you go. All right, game's tied at the end of the first quarter.
That's really paid off for them to get this early lead.
On the court for Cleveland, they've got Darius Garland. Max Strus is out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Jerome in at the two-guard spot.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
Maxey against Garland. Thompson sets the pick for Garland. And a miss there on the triple.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Maxey kicks to Hero. Shot on the wing. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Booker's got his second basket of the night. And here are the Cavaliers. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Malik Monk, he's checked in for Maxey. Booker is screen on Garland. Hero kicks to Booker. Releases. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Jerome, defended by Booker. Garland, the pass to Wade. Strus with it. Pass to Tyson. Fires for three. And another miss by Cleveland. And so Booker will bring it up for the Wildcats. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Monk against Hunter. The shot by Monk is no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Loads it up there for Mobley. Throws down the alley-oop slam. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Well, that's what you call a tough two, because if you're in the lane at D-Book size, you never know what could happen.
Back to Garland. 1:33 left now here in the second. No good with the layup. Davis kicks to Booker. And Devin Booker in the paint.
I love that Devin Booker isn't afraid to mix things up on the offensive end, trying to score inside, and does just that.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Mobley outside. 1:05 left here in the second. Here's Garland. Basket made. That's his third of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
I like the toughness required on that finish by Darius Garland. Boy, oh boy, that was nice. The willingness to mix it up on the interior, so important.
And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Garland, the pass to Hunter. Over Monk. Goes back up. Allen shot is off.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Davis, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Pass to Garland. Mobley kicks to Garland. The 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 6 now for the Wildcats. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Wildcats as they wrap up the second quarter in a 12-4 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello and welcome, Baz.
You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
And taking a look at the Cavaliers, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason. Yeah, you...
And that's all for us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Anthony Davis is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And there's Monk. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Washington in at the small forward position. And for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Green is out there with Garland. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Pass to Green. Right side, Garland. High, arcing shot, and it's good on the layup. 9 points for Darius Garland.
So many ways Darius Garland can score. That floater game is on point.
Here's Washington. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Towns sets the pick for Gilgeous-Alexander. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Hunter's got his second bucket of the night.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Hunter with it. Back to Garland. And the layup is good. Garland's got the game tied up here for Cleveland.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket counts. Gilgeous Alexander's got 6.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Mobley outside. Pass to Allen. Green with the ball. Monk defending. Green passes to Mobley. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Hunter for 3. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists in the game. And Gilgeous Alexander's got the ball here for the Wildcats. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. The Cavaliers pull it in. Right around 3 minutes into the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Green kicks to Hunter. Cleveland moving it around. Outside, Green. Misses the 3. The Wildcats have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And it's Davis with the jam.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Wildcats making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Tyson's checked in. And Strus is subbed in for DeAndre Hunter. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Jerome, and the call on the shot sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Team foul. Shooting for Cleveland, Ty Jerome. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Good on both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Teardrop shot. Good D by Gilgeous Alexander. The Wildcats have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Out to the right wing. Washington finds Davis. Green against Booker. Strong finish inside from Booker.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Cavaliers trailing. Jerome passes to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh my goodness, the size and athleticism of Evan Mobley. What a sight to behold.
Now, Gilgeous Alexander. He has 6. Bucket is good. Gilgeous Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pass to Tyson. Mobley, a screen on Davis. The shot no good. Tyson. From deep three-point territory. No good on the last second attempt there. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Wildcats lead by 1. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Bam Adebayo is out there with Davis. Then it's Tyler Hero. And there's Monk, and it's Booker in at shooting guard. Garland's gone 5 of 13 from the floor. That's below 40%. And there's Booker on the assist from Hero. Booker's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Wildcats. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Garland. Pass to Tyson. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so Monk will bring it up for the Wildcats. Here's Hero. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that vertical of Hero gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And Cleveland making a change here. Green's checked in. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. So they'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Thank you, David. Outside, Hero. Double team on Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Shots good by Booker. And it's an 8-point Wildcat lead.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Garland with the bucket.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
And the Wildcats call time here. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Towns, a screen on Garland. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Garland. Misses, and he wants that one back. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Mobley dishes to Garland. And here is Hunter. Garland, no good. Now, here's Washington. Outside, Davis. Pass to Towns. Washington inside. Guarded by Garland. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with his 3.
2 minutes.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. A 3 from Garland. Good as Green picking up the assist. Now just a 3-point Wildcat lead. Gilgeous-Alexander against Garland. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
Inside, here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
I tell you, important moment for Evan Mobley. Meeting the moment with a big shot, that's big time.
There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Kicks it out to Garland. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Absolutely fearless is Darius Garland. Clutch shot, no problem.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Garland. Shuffle 2 there.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
To the middle, here's Mobley. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. The Wildcats have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Washington passes to Gilgeous Alexander.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
Green finds Garland. And here is Hunter. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous Alexander. Towns, the pass to Washington. Here's Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
There's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Garland for 3. He's off from 3, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Timeout called, Cleveland. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
It's going to take a miracle for them here, or actually a miracle three-pointer and a foul. This one over.
So we see the Wildcats get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Carl. Congrats on the win. How did you guys secure the victory in crunch time?
We fixed some mistakes we made in the first 3 quarters, and we just smothered them on defense. We tried to do everything we can to get them off the three-point.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning.
Yeah, no doubt who the player of the game was. Devin Booker. Don't forget his three-pointer that he hit at the end of the first quarter, I think it was. Yeah, first quarter to tie the game. That was from, 30 feet out? The animations on this game have gotten so smooth. It's barely not watching a real game. It's just like a notch below watching a real game. It's crazy. But that was exciting. Kentucky's 2-0. I thought that 3 was going to go down. I don't know if you noticed, but Shea didn't even put a hand up. In the post-game call-in show, people would have been absolutely apoplectic. All right. So I'm thinking if I get time, Jacqueline, do we have time? Okay, she says we have time. So we're going to try to get through the first 5 games of the season. After that, Jamal Murray will be back, and we'll come back maybe tomorrow. We'll post it somewhere. You'll see it here on the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss it to see if Kentucky goes 44-0. That's the goal. Again, this is just computer simulating. Nobody's playing these games. So it's just the computer doing the simulation. But so far, so good. The Cats are 2-0. And here you go. Chance to go 3-0 once again at home in Rupp Arena. Another thing about the new consoles, this game just loaded right up. When I used to play 2K on the old Xbox One, or even like 360, it would just take forever for the game to actually load up. Kentucky's upcoming schedule, there you go. So we'll see today, we'll have this game, then the Bulls, the Raptors, and then we'll set it up, maybe for tomorrow, maybe next week. Really just trying to fill the void. Today there's just not any like major sporting events on, and so I just was kind of sad about that, so I decided to try to create one. So that's what we're doing here today. Kentucky's 2-0. We got the all-Kentucky team. Jamal Murray will be back on Game 6 is when he will make his return to, I guess, Rupp Arena. I don't know. I love how the ads, like whoever created this, I got to figure out the gamer tag. I need to see who was I downloaded to make sure they get a shout out for doing this. And because hopefully they're watching, they're seeing their work. They put KSR as one of the advertisers. We don't advertise in Rupp Arena, absolutely not. So, that's nice seeing that there. Oh, good move, Shea. There you go. Why do I have to do this, though? If anybody in the comments can tell me, why do I have to, just to get the regular broadcast camera, I have to do this every time? It's very annoying. But we got it. I like the court. I do like how they put BB in on the sideline there. I like that. AD missing 2 free throws at the end of that last game. I could have been their first L if that 3 goes down and went in and out. If you didn't see the end of the Cavaliers game versus the Kentucky Wildcats. This is just an idea I've had for a while with all the NBA players and all the stars, and now we got an MVP and another NBA champion with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I've wondered, if you put all the Kentucky guys on a team, how good is that team? This is the closest we can probably get for trying to understand that, and it's not going to be perfect. And if you ran this simulation 100 times, you'll probably, in all likelihood, get 100 different results. But this is just for fun, and we get to cheer on it. Put Kentucky on anything. I'm going to be pulling. I'm going to be invested in who wins. Like TBT's coming up. You better believe I'm going to want us to win every single one of those games, especially if they get Louisville again. I was pumped when they beat Louisville in Freedom Hall last year. Davis, the drive. Oh man. It's fun. We're pulling for Anthony Davis again. This is fun. All right. I'm going to send it over to the broadcast guys so they can call the game, and you have to hear me ramble for 30 minutes. So here you go.
3-pointer. Washington grabs the miss.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander gets the 3 to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for Monk. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Kispert's checked in for Champagny. The home team on D. Back to Middleton. Pass to Poole. There's the three. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And Poole is a guy that feels very comfortable operating beyond the arc.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Booker. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Wizards trail by 4. Kispert outside. This one for 3. No good that time. And Booker's got the ball here for the Wildcats. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Here's Sarr, still without a bucket. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. The Wizards in second.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
Adebayo's checked in for Towns. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Holmes passes to George. Now Kispert. Inside. Here's Holmes. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
So both teams changing it up here.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Booker, good.
There's something that is great about Booker. He doesn't take all outside shots. I mean, Devin can score it inside, too.
43 seconds left in the first quarter. Poole from long range. Basket is good on the assist from Brogdon. Poole's got his second bucket of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
On target from range.
Big time answer by Maxey. Boy, was he dialed in there.
Brogdon with the ball. No points so far. Kispert, the pass to Brogdon. Shoots over Booker. And there are the Wizards with another bucket.
This goes to Corey Kispert.
Booker against Brogdon. Now Booker. Here's the 3. Not going to go that time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up 2. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Hero in at the small forward position. And for the Wizards, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's George. Then there's Corey Kispert. And it's Champagnie at the 5. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Bam Adebayo is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So on the floor for the Wizards, Corey Kispert out there with George. Then it's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Champagnie at the 5 spot. Shot clock at 6. Here's Maxey. Connects. The jumper drops. Maxey's got 5.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Malik Monk's checked in for Maxey. Wizards trail by 3. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Brogdon, the pass to Smart. Back to Brogdon. Ooh, Brogdon getting inside.
Brogdon does a nice job using his body close to the basket. He's a strong guard who knows what to do down there.
Smart against Hero. For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Washington. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Here's Champagny. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
First free throw is good. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Sarge checked in for Washington. Chris Middleton comes in for Smart. And Booker's got the ball here for the Wildcats. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And they'll be right in the middle of a 5-game homestand. Davis with a screen on Middleton. Here's Booker. Rebounded by Champagny.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Kispert's shot is good.
Malcolm Brogdon doing a nice job serving his guys. Passes like this help make his team better.
Outside Davis. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Towns a screen on Brogdon. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. It's rebounded by Washington.
These teams split the season series last year, neither making an impact in the conference overall.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it, but one of them has got to win tonight.
And that's 2 fouls for him so far, but I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
Koulibaly, he's checked in for Washington. Poole comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Fires from 14. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7.
Sweet looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
And they finished top 10 in assists. No surprise given their emphasis on ball movement.
And they really love to push the ball, finishing in the top 5 in fast break points. They were a fun team to watch. Poole, the pass to Champagny. Now here's Middleton. Poole, a screen on Monk. Here's Middleton. Davis with a rebound. Got 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Well, Clark, the first 9 years of his career, he played mostly power forward. But over the last 3, Anthony Davis playing a lot of center.
And I think his game has become more focused on staying in the paint, which is where he's dominant. He's added tons of strength over the years. He's using that to his advantage. He's always been one of the special players in the league, in my opinion. And he's still one of the top 15 guys in the league for sure.
Koulibaly with a rebound.
It's It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Pass to Champagny from behind the arc. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
A tough finish inside from Davis.
AD just shoving past the inside contact that time. Powerful move getting it done.
Poole outside. Oh, what an effort by Poole.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. They're up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And it's time for your fan half-court shots. Please direct your attention to center court. Give me a beat. And measuring up the shot.
Thanks for joining. It'll be the Hawks against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the tip-off. And guys, let's take a look at the Wizards in that first half. Neither side able to build a significant lead through 2.
Showing they know how to play.
Glad you could join us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jordan Poole. Man, is he getting it done today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Anthony Davis is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Washington, then it's Malik Monk, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. Sarr passes to Poole. 6 to shoot. And Poole fighting through contact.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And for the Wizards, we've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Champagny at the 4-man position. Pass to Towns. There's the triple. Connects from downtown. Towns has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
It's a real challenge, a major challenge to face a big man who can shoot like Towns can. He stretches the floor as well as any big guy in the league.
Here's Champagny. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Outside Coulibaly. Poole up top. Fires the 3. Look at Poole showing the range.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Pass to Monk. Davis with it. Back to Monk. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Outside Monk. Washington a screen. 3-pointer. And it's Malik Monk with the 3. Monk's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You've got to get out on Monk now. He shoots a high percentage from outside the arc, and the form, perfect.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. Back to Middleton. Poole outside. They set the pick. To the middle. Here's Sarr. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Every time I watch Sarr, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Pass to Sarr. Middleton outside. And another basket for Washington.
Rhythm and timing so important in the game of hoops. Middleton using both on that pull-up jumper.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Outside Monk.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Towns on a screen. Launches it. Sarr pulls it in. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for Washington. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Sarr passes to Poole. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Poole shot is off. Gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Lets it go from 11. Second chance shot. The shot by Towns, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Out of bounds. Wildcats ball.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for Monk. Kispert's checked in for Washington. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Coulibaly. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Poole outside. Back to Brogdon. Over Towns. Oh, and Towns with the block. Up top, Davis. Guarded by Brogdon. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, it's a nice sight to see Washington attacking inside, just making the defense foul.
Washington making some changes. Gills checked in for Sarr. George comes in for Champagny. And it's Marcus Smart in for Poole. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
A dependable stretch for Washington is also somebody who continues to look to improve every year in the league.
Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
And, yep, it's good.
It's obvious they've taken fewer threes here in the second half and are focused on having a more balanced offensive attack.
Booker against Brogdon. No luck on that one. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Leading by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. They've got Malik Monk. Bam Adebayo is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Booker in at the 2-guard spot. There's Davis with the 3. Rebound Washington. Smart outside. Kispert outside. Bay against Davis. Bay inside. Davis with the defensive effort.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Hero finds Booker. Now Adebayo. Back to Booker. Kicks it to Hero. The three. Yes. And it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Hero's got his first 3 points of the game. Wizards trail by 6. Pass to Bay. Outside Brogdon. 5 to shoot. Buries it down low.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he plays with no fear, and he certainly knows how to put the ball in the basket.
The home team calls timeout. So Washington ends up going with a new group. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what the head coach for the Wildcats said to the team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying, no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
And Allie, thanks. The Wizards trail by 4. Here's Poole. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. The fadeaway. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Back to Koulibaly. Off the mark there with a 3. Got only 1 of 5 to fall here in the 4th. Davis, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Showing more patience this half. His shot selection has improved, and his field goal percentage is rising.
Poole. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Takes a 13-footer. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
Hey, how many bigs do you know that can pull up like that and knock down the jumper? I could probably count them on 2 hands.
Poole left side. Pass to Middleton. Outside Koulibaly. Here's Sarr. Covered by Towns. Poole from long range. Towns with a rebound.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Towns. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Wizards trail by 8. Outside Koulibaly. Pass to Champagny. To the wing on the left. Putting on the Jets. Jordan Poole. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Wildcats. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. The shot by Towns. No good. For the Wizards, this one not looking good. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
The youngster, Poole, hits a big one late.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 feet out. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle.
Let's hear it for you.
3-pointer is up. Middleton. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Monk passes to Towns. Washington with the ball. Outside Monk. Oh, deflected. Kicks it out Towns. Just 5 to shoot. And it's off from 3-point range. And not much left to play for at this point.
Hey, you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. Just wasn't their night.
Middleton, no good. alone in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, folks, that's good.
3-0. 41 wins away from perfection. And again, somebody was asking who's playing because they're terrible. I'm not playing. However, I am terrible. If I was any good, maybe I would do this, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of what we're trying. We're trying to see if a all Kentucky team can win the NBA Finals in this simulation. So, like, even if we had somebody who was good and they took over, that would kind of like defeat the purpose of it. But it might as well be me playing, I guess, if you're saying they're terrible, because that I'm not very good at this. Anyway, the computer though, the Kentucky, at least for Kentucky, doing well enough. 3-0. That game was the least exciting. Probably, I don't know. They jumped out to a 9-2 lead. Thought it might be a blowout after that close call they had with the Cavaliers in Game 2. We'll get ready for Game 4 here. The Bulls and the Kentucky Wildcats. I like how the schedules are so messed up. Chicago's only played 1 game. Kentucky's played 3. That's not, I guess not that big of a deal. Again, shout out to, I got to figure out who the gamer tag is that made the jerseys, made the Rupp Arena floor, all that. Shout out to that guy or gal. I don't know. I don't really like the way they're going through warm-ups. Kentucky doesn't look like they're taking the warm-ups very seriously right now. This is the 3rd straight home game also, so I guess they're getting ready to go on a long road trip. I haven't memorized the schedule for this or anything. I do like the improvements Rupp Arena has made, though. They've added like a mid-level, so that's nice. Billy Donovan. Man, he hasn't been in Rupp Arena in a little while. Yeah, I like and again, we got to do this stupid thing with the camera. I'll wait till there's a break in the action, but I do like the blue uniforms. Matt G in the comment section. Oh, good look to Shea. There we go. So the other thing is, I have injuries turned on. Though Jamal Murray will be back Game 6. So we got this game and 1 more without him. And again, like, injuries can happen. Rob Dillingham, Reed Shepherd are on the team. They have played a combined 0 minutes because we're just doing 5-minute quarters. Look, I mean, I guess I could try to make this more realistic and do 12-minute quarters, but we are going to sit here and watch full simulated games? No. So, but I don't know, maybe when they play the Cavs again, if they play the Celtics, that's Jack Pilgrim's team, or the Pacers, that's Brandon Ramsey's team. Maybe I'll bring those guys on with me. We can do some commentary. It's a tough miss on that layup. I think getting Jamal Murray back is going to make a big difference. This team hasn't really been able to shoot the 3 very well. And then we've also in the chat, if you want to join the chat up in the top right-hand corner if you're on YouTube. Oh, Shay hit that. There we go. Speaking of not hitting threes, that's the old announcer jinx there. I haven't gotten to do many of those, so there you go. Peanut Butter Posse asking in the chat, so TBT is at Memorial all the way through regionals? Yes, and I think it will depend on, I don't know if last year they did it by attendance on who got to host. So they'll probably do that again. So that's why it's important that for this TBT, the basketball tournament that starts on July 18th at Memorial Coliseum, Kentucky will be taking on the Bowling Green State team. I forget what their team name is. Stroh's squad, I think, in the first round. If they win that, they're probably going to play the Auburn team led by Auburn basketball legend KD Johnson. So that will be fun. I love the TBT. I've already talked about it several times. Of course, I'm thinking about the TBT when I'm putting this together. How fun would it be to run it back with some of these Kentucky greats? And it's so funny, like the guys that don't make or aren't in the NBA anymore, or didn't even make it, like Ainsley Almanor. We got a good squad again. Got a Murray State guy this year. DJ Burns. That doesn't sound right, because there was a DJ Burns that played for NC State, but maybe there could be multiple DJ Burnses in the universe. So to Peanut Butter Posse's question, all the way through possibly to the finals now, because they're not doing a neutral court for the Final Four and championship of the TBT, which was always kind of a bad idea. I mean, we all love our Cats, but are we gonna travel out like other side of the country to watch the alumni team play? I mean, some people did. Credit to them. There was still a lot of Kentucky fans in there for that semifinal match with I think it was the Ohio State team they lost to in the Final Four. And Peanut Butter Posse is saying Ticketmaster has 5th row chairback seats for $29. All right. I mean, the prices for this has obviously been reasonable. And that's honestly, like, if we're being real, that's why that atmosphere in Freedom Hall was what it was, because you got some real fans in there. Like, you got people who don't normally get to sit in the lower levels, and they stood the whole game. You would have thought if you just you just dropped somebody into that arena and they had no idea what the event was or what, they would have thought this game might decide a national championship. And I have been searching for that type of atmosphere ever since. It's probably, honestly, that was like one of the greatest sports atmospheres I've ever been in, and it was for a freaking alumni game. It was awesome. So like TBT, people were joking on Kentucky. They were not joking on them necessarily, but somebody called into or texted into Kentucky Roll Call with TJ Walker and Nick Roush and said that you guys are treating this like it's real. It's like, yeah, it is real. It is. We're trying to win a championship, baby. What are you talking about? So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see a Murray State guy play for it. We'll see. Maybe Isaiah Cannon can join the team one year if he's not still playing over in Europe. But here, points are at a premium in this. Oh, give the ball to Devin Booker, have him shoot a 3. Yeah, what are you doing? Well, sounded like a good idea anyway. Kentucky 3-0. We figured out they would have to play, I think, 44 regular season and playoff games to go undefeated. So we're looking for them to go 44-0 in this. So don't blow it to the freaking Bulls in game 4. And in just a second, once I get this set up, I will switch it back over to the NBA 2K commentary. I would imagine that once they figure out how to add like a chat GPT sort of announcing, the announcing in these video games is probably going to get pretty damn good. So that's a 2-game session. Okay, so you get the whoever Auburn's playing. He's saying that's a 2-game session. So they play the Xavier team, X-rated. I see what they're doing. I don't know if this is Xavier team. It might not be that at all. But if it is, that's kind of a cool. No, actually, these guys are from everywhere. Lincoln Memorial University, Rutgers, Valdosta State, Villanova, Stanford, Youngstown. Jalen Johnson, he allegedly played for Louisville. I never heard of him. There used to be a time when I would know all of the Louisville players as well, because I was watching all of their games, pulling against them, and now I don't care because they're so irrelevant. That they've made that part of the basketball viewing experience for me boring because they've sucked so bad for so long. That tip in with 1 second left. Who does he think he is? Brasso? And that's the end of the first quarter. Kentucky trailing. They haven't trailed after very many quarters so far this season. Tonight. in other words. So we'll get the second quarter started. Kentucky trailing the Chicago Bulls 11-10. We're going to go ahead and fix that camera because I just can't. I don't know why you have to do it like this. But exactly, Matt. You know it's bad when you can't enjoy hating them anymore. That is, dude, you have no idea. I wish I could just bring you on here because that is, it's actually made me, like, it's like a part of the basketball season that's missing. I mean, I used to watch every Louisville game and root against them just as hard as I would be rooting for Kentucky. Sometimes more. I'm not afraid to admit that. You know, oh, we live in your head rent free. It's like, I live in your city. I have to deal with you all. There's Tyler. What are you doing? Kentucky's about to have one of their biggest deficits. Oh, no, they're not. Yeah, it's kind of sad that you just don't get to sit and hate Louisville anymore. Maybe Pat Kelsey will bring some of that back by them just winning games. You know, last year they had a good season, but they cry about their seeding with home court advantage and get beat in the first round to a 9 seed. So is it possible Ansley is our best player since I think he could contribute certainly. I don't know if he'd still be but I don't know if he'd still be the best player. But I see what you're saying. I mean, he's fresh out of playing like high level. And Ansley I was like living vicariously through Ansley Almanor last year. Because I enjoyed every second of getting to talk to him because he was just, not that anybody wasn't appreciative of their time, but I mean, you think about where he was playing at before, and you could tell that he was genuinely appreciative of his opportunities to play at Kentucky. And he not only played, like, he hit big time shots. Like Mississippi State, there was a stretch where he basically won that game. Both of the Tennessee games, especially the one at Tennessee, he had several threes. Yeah, Matt, that's the thing, right? It's not like I won't hate Pat Kelsey. Maybe I will, but it really isn't like Louisville players. It's not the Louisville players. It's a little bit Rick Pitino, but it's way more just having to deal with their fans. And it's because they see what like Kentucky is. Like Kentucky's a worldwide brand, and they hate that. So they just get extra loud whenever they start doing anything. I mean, anything. Their flags are out everywhere. You know, y'all didn't watch a baseball game all year. Be real. Y'all didn't watch a single baseball game, and now you're going crazy because your team's in College World Series. I mean, that's great. Like, I was doing the same thing for Murray State, but please don't act like anybody thinks about Louisville. Nobody does. Nobody thinks about the Louisville Cardinals, except if you live in Jefferson County, and I do. So guess what? I think about them more often than any other team. Sans Tennessee, maybe. That's the thing. Tennessee, they fly their damn flags, Matt. Yes, it's because you don't see them. You never see any of this like pride in their team. They're just so. It's the biggest fair weather fan base. You saw it when their team sucked. The Yum Center was empty. Nobody even went. I get you don't want to support Kenny Payne. They weren't showing up by game 3. Like, hey, peanut butter posse, let's go Cubbies. I love that. I'm trying to get back into the Cubs. Ever since they traded away all those guys, I just couldn't get back into it, but I'm trying. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking about Louisville here, at least by halftime. I'm getting kind of concerned that our undefeated season is in jeopardy here. Matt, you're absolutely right. Louisville fans, I'm putting this up. They weren't saying a damn thing out here for years. 4 years. And I think it was for 4 years. for 4 or 5 years. They didn't want to talk. I have Louisville friends. I have friends who are Louisville fans. We used to not talk during basketball season, like when we were younger. Now hey, how do you feel about the team? Like, I don't even watch. They still aren't, like, they're gonna have to like win a tournament game again to get these, I'm using air quotes here, die-hard fans back. Because damn, that's a big three there from the Bulls. Up by 6. Come on, Cats, let's go. They're just a fan base that's like, they don't. What it is that they're a very large mid-major fan base. Like, that's kind of what we're talking about. And they don't think they're like that. They think they're, in football, they think like they're an SEC team. That's what they think. They think that they could compete. They absolutely do. They think it's crazy that we say, hey, playing in the SEC is tough. And then they play teams like Wake Forest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, and then in basketball, they truly believe that they're like Kansas and Duke and North Carolina. They're just on a downward trend right now. So they're very easy to start to hate. And I think that hate will come back. But we just got to be patient and let it happen, you know? But it does make it more fun. Like, rivalries make sports more fun. And I think it's one of the reasons the NBA just hasn't been as good, because there's like, who do we hate? Like, what's the team we pulled against? There's got to be a villain, somebody that we're pulling against. No, he would not. He would not. Lamar is Lamar was legitimately good. I enjoyed watching him play. I hate admitting that, but no. What did he do against LSU? I actually would love to look up his numbers. I didn't know this was just going to be a Louisville bashing. I meant to get off here a while ago. But, we bring up Louisville, and their fans are starting to get a little, like, they're getting real cocky about football. So I would love, we haven't lost. Kentucky hasn't lost in whatever, don't call it Papa John's Cardinal Stadium, since 2014. 2014, is that right? Can somebody fact check me on that? That can't be right. That's too long ago. That's 11 years ago. That can't be right. I think that's right though. Yeah, and they're getting real cocky about it. So hopefully we go in there and knock them off again, because I think last time we went there, Louisville was ranked 10th. They were feeling really good about themselves. Kentucky had just lost to friggin' 5-7 South Carolina. Kentucky beat them anyways. Like, they don't want to be in the SEC. They want to be in the ACC. They can play in a conference championship every once in a while, because that piece of shit conference sucks. All right, I don't know if I think I'm okay saying that, but it does. And so anyway, we need the Cats here to get this lead back. There you go, reverse dunk. That's great. Billy Donovan can't come in here and win again. Matt, was that Tim Couch? That must have been Tim Couch that first year. I think I vaguely remember that. Go Cats. All right, I'll leave you guys with this. Something I want you to think about. Has Louisville been, and I want you to just look up the records and look up like the bowls they went to. Here's one thing I might give Louisville. Maybe. But I want to look into it and see. Let's say since 2006, who has been the better football program? Louisville or Tennessee? And I think that I just love asking that question in hopes that it gets to a Tennessee fan, and that would just make their head explode. But I think it's not a runaway by Tennessee by any stretch of the imagination. So think about that one. We'll come back at the end of this game. And yeah, Peanut Butter Posse's already quick to that answer. He says Louisville. I mean, they've played in a couple BCS games. They've had a Heisman winner in that time. They've been how many conference championship games? I guess just one. Maybe I think that's it. Maybe two. I'm not sure, but they've at least made one. I think Tennessee made one in 2007 because we had a field goal blocked in the last game of the season in overtime. Lona Sieber was going to line up and win the game, beat Tennessee in overtime, but we got blocked, and then Tennessee got to go to the SEC championship game. So I think that was the last one they got to go to. But it's pretty close who the better football program is, Louisville or Tennessee. So all right, I'll get off here and get it over to the 2K guys and check out the rest of this game. Hopefully the Cats can scrape out a win here against the Chicago Bulls and Billy Donovan.
At 3 off the mark. Steps back for the lead. Gilgeous-Alexander. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And so it's Giddy with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. The Wildcats have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And out of bounds, the Bulls will take it.
And now a moment to see the stats for Gilgeous-Alexander. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 30 points a game, 6 assists and 5 rebounds. And no secret, he can score the ball. Number 1 on the team last year.
Yeah, they rely on him to be a play creator and terminator. So challenging to plan a defense for him.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
Here's Dosunmu, and it comes off the front of the rim. With confidence, 50% from the field so far. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Now here's White. 5 points in the game. 1:33 left in the third. And just miss after miss right now.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Pass to Towns. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Dosunmu, the pass to Giddy. White, bounce pass. Here's Vucevic. Nails the baby hook. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter. Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Washington. Towns, a screen on Giddy. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's Monk. The Bulls getting the bucket from the low block. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Monk. Monk's got his 3rd assist on the night. Bulls trail by 3. Giddy with it. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to White. From inside, doesn't get it to drop for him.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. We've got Devin Booker. Adebayo is out there with Davis. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Monk in at the small forward.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Herter. Collins a screen on Monk. No one near Herter as he lets it fly. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Bulls trail by 3. Carter right side. Pass to Buzelis. Carter sets the pick for Jones. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Kicks it out to Booker. Booker sinks the 3.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He has decided it's the right time to talk. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Tyler Hero. And a change for the Bulls. Giddey's checked in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys.
Thank you, David. And that one's good. The Wildcat lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Jones. Booker outside. Booker going to work inside.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Herter. From deep. A rebound by Washington. Gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Adebayo with the screen on Jones. Booker the pass to Adebayo. Misses in close.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Back to Jones. Collins looking around. Pass to Herter. From past the arc. The shot comes out. The Wildcats have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Booker. Trying to get open is Adebayo. Booker, good. Booker's got the lead up to 7 now for the Wildcats.
The deft touch from Booker. I love when he gets fancy and lofts it up there like that.
So for the Wildcats, Towns is checked in for Adebayo. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Booker. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Collins. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Osumu, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Kobe White in for Kevin Herter.
Those are some veteran instincts there by Vooch, knowing the situation and giving his team needed points.
Washington passes to Davis. Oh, good on the 3. Bulls trailed by 5. 1:31 left to play here in the fourth. Down low. Here's Vucevic. Oh, and he misses the dunk. And Gilgeous Alexander's got the ball here for the Wildcats. Here's Monk. White with the defensive effort. And Chicago shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Giddey with the screen on Monk. Vucevic against Towns. Out to White. Williams, a screen on Monk. Here's White. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, he's the guy they want with the ball when it matters. White takes pride in that.
Here's Gilgeous Alexander. It's rebounded by Giddey. Pass to Dosunmu. It counts. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Now, here's Gilgeous Alexander. Takes the 13-footer. It falls!
And what a shot from Gilgeous Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Fans, it's dance can time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching.
Man. Somebody's got to make some free throws. Get the ball to Shea. Get it to Shea. Don't pass the ball. Hold on to the... Oh my God, he almost went back. He almost went over and back. Oh, that would have been so stupid. Get it to Shea. All right, we're in the bonus. Why would he try to get away from him just a little bit? I know this is a video game, but you think all the other stuff, all the other attention to detail, you just expect them to do. All right. Do they have any timeouts? The Bulls don't have any timeouts, so they're going to have to go the length of the court here. Shea to put them up by 3. Got it. All right. One stop. Here we go. From half court, no good. 4-0. Man. Just 40 games away from perfection. Just like the start of the 2014-15 season. 40 games away. Man. And you know, what's actually kind of crazy right now is just that's like 3 really close games that they've won. Sorry, you're not hearing the Anthony Davis post-game interview. Four 4-0. Final game for tonight. Look, there's one Bulls fan got in. Red got in. Ooh, 2 of them. 3. All right. Enough of that. And Adidas, a red Adidas. You know what that might... You don't like seeing that in Rep Arena. All right. Shea Gilgeous Alexander, player of the game. Anyway. All right. This is our final game without Jamal Murray. So, get through this game 5-0. And I don't know. I don't know. There's let's see. The way that they did this. I don't need this. Don't need it at all. Don't care. I wonder if we can real quick just go look at the standings. There's the playoff picture. The Wildcats in first place, obviously, 4-0. The Charlotte Hornets, the team they beat in the first game of the season. That was their only loss. Anyone else on here that... No, everyone else, they have not played. So, let's get back to the calendar. Going for 5-0. Final game for tonight. We'll do like 5 of these each time. There'll be like 10 sessions, 10 different videos, and I'll try to keep you updated. If you're on KS Board, you will see it there. We have a thread going for these games. And let's get it. Final game without Jamal Murray. He'll be back to play in Game 6, but going for 5-0. And it's the 4th straight game. Whoever did the scheduling for this season, they didn't do a very good job because all these teams are playing all these different games. Here's their upcoming schedule. Okay, so here's what you'll see next time, plus one more. Knicks, Nets, Pistons, at 76ers. That's a more balanced home and away schedule. 4 games in a row at home. I mean, we'll take it. We like looking at the Rupp Arena floor, especially when it's got K-Hassar signage on it for some reason. I promise we are not responsible for that. That was just whoever did it, whoever made this. And credit to them. Maybe tomorrow I'll figure out what their gamer tag is. All right. Kentucky. You know, the last time, they're not in Toronto, but I was going to say Kentucky and Toronto go pretty well together. 4-0. That's the last tournament the Kentucky basketball program has won. Global Jam 2023. Is that right? 23? Yeah. Global Jam Champs 2023. I'll never forget. All right, here we go. Kentucky and Toronto from Rupp Arena. I'll send it over to the commentary crew right now.
Especially when he's looking to score inside.
Washington outside. Ooh, poked away. Left side Dick. Ingram. Misses in close. Outside Monk. Outside Davis. Pass to Towns. From outside, off the mark. Gilgeous-Alexander against Quickly. Here's Pirtle. Can't hit that one. And some solid defense from Towns. Down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
Now here's Quickly. Boy, he just disappeared against Philadelphia. They needed him.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Quickly outside. Back to Ingram. Over Washington, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the Wildcats head coach, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Booker, he's checked in for Monk. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Davis. For 3, Booker. Pirtle grabs a miss. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. In transition, here they come. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now quickly defending. Here's Towns, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Adebayo's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. The Raptors also with a sub. Barrett's checked in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first. Back to Quickly. Outside Barnes. Pirtle with a screen on Davis. Barnes, no good. Gone 0 for 2 from outside. Washington outside. Fires for 3. Quickly with the rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Has to Dick. Outside Barnes. Wide open. Adebayo grabs the board.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Fires in the triple.
Backyard. Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring. But how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional, quote-unquote, point guard. And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Washington. Now Booker. Pass to Davis. Six on the shot clock. Back to Booker. Lets it go from deep. Toronto grabs the miss. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively. Try to get some closer looks.
And it's Washington missing.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Barnes against Davis. Barnes passes to Quickly. And here is Barrett over Gilgeous-Alexander. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. They lead by 3. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Maxey out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Adebayo in at the 4 spot. To the paint. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Ingram. And for Toronto, we've got R.J. Barrett, Chris Boucher out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Walter, and it's Shed in at the point guard position. Now here's Barrett. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. Yep, that one goes.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
They've got Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Towns in at the center, locking down the middle. Booker can't get it to go. Toronto trailing. And for the Raptors, Brandon Ingram out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Walter. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Shed in at the 1. Now here's Barrett. Ingram deciding where to go with it. He buries it from 3. Ingram's got 7 points.
And they're trending in the right direction after a rough first quarter from the field.
The home team calls timeout. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
So it's the home team now, trailing by 2. And it's out of bounds. That one off Pirtle. And now let's look at the leaderboard, specifically rebounding and who has been crashing the glass over the last month. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
He's just been incredible on the boards over the last month of the season. He's a guy who plays with such desire.
Here's Booker.
Overall, their shot selection has been spotty, and they haven't played with a ton of energy, too.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Here's Towns. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Jakob Poeltl.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes, but he's a modern big man.
First one falls for him. He does not get the second one. Stolen by Davis. Second chance effort. AD beasting down low.
This is where you want AD to get his shots. That's almost automatic.
Monk against Ingram. Inside, Dick. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Now here's Davis. Here's Hero. And it's Boucher with the rebound. The Raptors with a lead. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting. And beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive, too.
Here's Booker. After the basket by Toronto. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Yeah, going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Dance camp! Get ready, everyone! You see yourself.
Some changes for Toronto. Barnes, he's checked in for Boucher. And quickly subbed in for Brandon Ingram.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside Dick. Outside Barnes. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Barnes has gotten his first basket of the night.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Davis. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago. And he comes up with a bucket.
And such a clever player in pick and rolls. Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
Pass to Dick. Poeltl with the ball. Back to Dick. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Back to Quickly. 43 seconds left in the second. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
Yeah, just a great job by Barrett. pounding it inside and getting to the line.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. That free throw misses. And the second free throw is good.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
On the wing, Davis. To the inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA doing his thing in close.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Quickly deciding where to go with it. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. Barnes with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 4 to shoot. Barnes, no good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Toronto out in front, up by 2. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not let them get easy.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Half-court shots, please.
All right, Cats trail. Only the Toronto Raptors upcoming schedule. Not interested in that. Kentucky scored 9 points in the first quarter, 9 points in the second quarter. This is not the style of play that we're used to. But again, it's the last game without Jamal Murray. They get him back starting the next game. I forget who they even play. But again, you can see up there in the right-hand corner, 4-0. Going for 5-0. Probably going to need to score more than 9 points in a quarter to do so. So let's see if they can do it right here. Second half, Kentucky, Toronto, coming up right now.
Came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Washington in at the 3. And for Toronto, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Grady Dick, and it's Ingram in at small forward. Picked by Pirtle. Down low, over Towns. And some solid defense from Towns. Right side Monk, pass to Davis. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Barnes. Well, Richard, we know how decorated AD was early on in his career. What can we expect from him moving forward?
Oh, he was getting Defensive Player of the Year and MVP votes back then. If he can get back to that level, he's going to be an absolute focal point for a long time coming.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. Over his career, Anthony Davis has averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Those are career numbers, Richard.
It's a very short list of players who have done that. Single digit. Pair his scoring with his defensive abilities, and you've got a problem.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Getting 8 points now. And on the 2K leaderboard, the teams that have stonewalled offenses over the last month. The Raptors, 4th.
The energy that they're playing with on D has been tremendous the past month. Challenging every shot, making things hard on every opponent.
And so Towns nails them both. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Barnes. Pass to Ingram. Outside Barnes. Now here's Pirtle. To the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Quickly. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Over quickly. That one a little long. Raptors trail by 3. Now Pirtle. Pass to Quickly. Here's Barnes. The 3. The shot that time not on target.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Towns. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
I mean, I'll tell you, Towns is so dangerous on the offensive glass.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. Now here's Monk. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. That's good from Towns. On the assist by Monk. Towns has got 12.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Booker, he's checked in for Monk. Barrett's checked in for Toronto. Pass to Pirtle. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Outside Barrett. Here's Ingram.
2 minutes.
And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Up top, Booker. Guarded by Dick. Booker can't get it to go. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. And it's good. 2 points.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Davis. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander and his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
I just love the ball movement.
Raptors trail by 8. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Outside Ingram. Beyond the arc. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Developing a more compact motion on his shot has improved Ingram's consistency from range.
44 seconds left in the third quarter here. Devin Booker for 3.
Some slippage at the defensive end here in the second half, allowing the offense to establish more of a rhythm.
Pass to Pirtle. And here's Ingram. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
A natural scorer. Every single year, Ingram seems to take another leap in his game.
Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good. Some changes for Toronto. Boucher comes in for Pirtle, and it's Walter in for Dick. And he makes both free throws.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Towns on a screen. For 3, Maxey. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Raptors trail by 6.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Substitution on the court.
Now Booker, he has 6. Launches a 3, and he can't get that one. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up by 6. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the 4th quarter.
Well, a much better quarter that time out of Kentucky. That was 15 points scored in the 3rd quarter. Kentucky leads going into the 4th. The assist of the game. Look at that. That foul they called on Anthony Davis was bogus, right? It looked like he got all ball. 33-27, 5 minutes to go. This is our final quarter of the night. And just be here on the YouTube, on the KSR YouTube channel, KS board. We'll announce when we'll do the next one. It might be tomorrow night. We might run through 5 more games. There's about 30 regular season games, maybe about 50 games total. Get that. There you go, Tyler. Cats up 7. We're getting a little fired up over here. We're trying to make history. First ever NBA, first ever undefeated team. Is that true? That's got to be true, right? Bam. No. Here goes a tough shot. Hey, draws a foul. It's funny. I had this up on the TV in the living room, and it is so creepy how close this is to when you just walk in the room. It looks like it's a real game. I can only imagine. I mean, not even. I don't know if I don't know how it could get much better than this, but I was saying that back in the PS2 era. So 4 minutes. Kentucky's defense, and that's one thing. This is a team with a lot of height, a lot of length, tough to score on, even when they give up wide open threes. Malik going 1-on-5, still going. Yeah, just force that up. There you go. That's a good shot. Cats up 8, 3:38 to play. Again, this is our final quarter of the night. If you're just joining us, Kentucky is 4-0. They've hung on for some close wins. One over Cleveland, and then they had another close game versus the Bulls. Both of them could have easily lost. But they are 4-0. Tyler Hero, right wing 3, bottoms. His second triple of the quarter. Oh, we got the 3 goggles back. They know where they're at. Those were prominent in Rupp Arena about, get this, 14 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. Walter 3, top of the key, answers 40-32. Let's go and get SGA back in the game. There's 3 minutes to go. There you go. Getting a timeout. I'm not controlling this, by the way. This is all the computer. We're just trying to see if an all-Kentucky team in a simulation could win the NBA Finals. And secretly, I'm hoping that they go undefeated, because that'd be some good content, right? We'd all keep watching if they were undefeated. There you go. Got SGA back in. You got to get the MVP back in the game. Look at that. He's too tough. You can't keep him on the bench. I mean, you can if you're Calipari and Quaddy Green as your starting point guard. But other than that, you can't keep him on the bench. Oof. PJ taking to the rack. Funny, isn't it? SGA came off the bench. You know who took the last... Well, SGA did take the last shot to tie the game. Kentucky was down 1 to Kansas State in the Sweet 16. Quaddy Green took the 3. Oh! Shea! What a move. Cats up 10. I got my graphic already made. I don't want to make a 4-in-1 graphic, so let's not blow this. Pull up Ingram, 15, no good. Rebound by Davis to PJ Washington. He's a point forward, PJ. bringing it up the floor. Give it to Shea. Just let him go to work. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy for the MVP. Cats up 12, running away with this one. PJ Washington is getting scored on almost every time Ingram wants to drive. And if you guys can help us get to 50,000 subscribers, we're trying to get there. Shea Gilgeous, just take over. Get a TO. You cannot stop number 2. It's trying to get the Rupp fans to stand up. They're reluctant to do that. I'm sure Party Till You Die is playing right now. Or what is it again? Party Till You... Yeah, something like that. Kentucky up 12, 98 seconds away from improving to 5-0. Ingram, pull up. No good. There you go, PJ. It's good defense. Malik Monk going to run point for a little bit. Why not? SGA's worn out. He scored the last, 10 points? No, give it back to him. Oh, wide open. Karl Towns. Somebody went to sleep on defense. Oh, that's because there's an injured player. Oh, no. Is that Emmanuel Quickly? You know, the thing that sucks is you can only have so many roster spots, and you have to leave some guys out. Trey Lyles. I added Reed and Rob because they're not going to play, but added them to the roster. And in a pinch, maybe they'll get in. But it sucks. I had to leave some Kentucky guys out. That's how many there are in the league, and a few more just recently added. A couple drafted. Oh, Shea. Why not? Why not? Shea Gilgeous. Ooh, Oscar over AD. Huh. I don't know. Can we get a Kentucky versus Duke best of 7? Yeah, I think we can absolutely pull that off. That's a good idea, actually. The Kentucky players versus the Duke players. I think we do that after we do this simulation. That's a good idea. I like that. How many players does Duke have in the NBA right now? Quite a lot. So yeah, we could totally do that. That was this comment right here. It's got the Aaron Torres. Okay. All right. I like Aaron Torres. That's a good idea, though. I think we should definitely do that. Just waiting to finish this one up. PJ Washington at the line. This is going to end up being the biggest win of the season so far, or by the biggest margin of victory so far this season. This Kentucky team also, I don't understand. They suck at free throws. I don't know if that's just how the game is coded, but we've had multiple times where our forwards and bigs. What's the terrible take, Matt? Oh, the Oscar one. Okay, I see. Yeah, I love Oscar Tshiebwe. One of my favorites. Probably my favorite Kentucky player to only win one NCAA tournament game. But one of my favorites nonetheless. The difference, Anthony Davis is just a freak. Let's see, is Tyler Hero going to shoot? Do they shoot? Let's run the clock out. Yeah, Duke has 22. That's what I saw. And the Cats are going to improve to 5-0 on the season. 39 games away from perfection. Remember, we're only doing a 29-game regular season, so they're playing 15 teams from the East, 15 teams from the East, 14 teams from the West, because we're not doing an 82-game schedule for this. But I think 29 gives us a pretty good. They're playing 32 games now regular season for college basketball, so it's pretty close. Man, look at the graphics; just keep blowing me away. I know this game's like a year old now, but it still. Look at that. That's tough from Shea, and he just splashes it. Seriously, if you just take this little highlight reel and you just throw it on the TV, and you have your grandfather or your dad walk in the room, they're gonna ask you, wait, who's playing? All right, guys. 5-0. Jamal Murray returns. They've won. They're 5-0 without Jamal Murray, and he's coming back for the upcoming game versus, man, look how long they take. What in the world? The New York Knicks. The way the schedule is set up is so weird. But look, they take like a month off in December, so we will be back probably tomorrow. But just stay tuned to the KSR YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Again, we're so close to 50,000. And if I don't get to 50,000 by the end of like the month, I think they just let me go. So going to try to get there by the end of the week. So you can do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, and then stay tuned here. Stay tuned right here. We will get to another 5 games, possibly tomorrow night, if not some other time in the week. We will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching and paying attention and getting involved in the comment section. Love it. I'm reading some of the comments right now. I like Torres as well, but he's impossible not to make fun of. Yeah, he's good content. I like his content. All right, let's get out of here. We will see you guys tomorrow.